Welcome to this week's episode of Coco in the Powder Room. I am here with the boys from Matakanarama. I have Scott, Finn, Mike, and Rob, and we are super excited to be here out where Matakanarama is, and beautiful day, which it will be at New Year's as well. So I'm so excited to have them here. So how are you guys going? And thank you for coming on.
Good. Thank you very much for having us.
Yeah, stoked, Daz. Thanks for coming out. It's like you say, a beautiful day here. It's exactly what you can expect. The weather is locked in, so get your tickets for a sunny day.
Exactly.
Yeah, pretty much exactly what they said. I'm stoked to be here, stoked to be in this beautiful part of the world, and stoked to be welcoming all of you guys to this beautiful part of the world in a month's time.
Exactly. Yeah. 30 days, 30th episode.
Well, they said everything, so just glad to be here. So I'll just go for that.
Awesome. So I'm so inspired by you guys. I think you guys are so cool. You've kind of gone out and done something that everyone would want to do, and you've smashed it. And you've gone from 300 people last year, right, to 1,500 this year. Incredible. So how did this all become a reality? So I hear it was first a dream, and then it popped into reality. How did this all happen?
Who's best to lead that story?
Yeah, so Corrigan Tavern back 2 years ago, out of all places.
Let me take you back.
Yeah. Let me take you back right now. Corrigan Tavern. It was me and some mates. Scott came for the first couple of days, but on the last day, we had this stellar performance from the Black Seeds, basically. I had listened to their music a bit before that, but that ended up, for me personally, being the best performance I'd ever seen live out of any, gig. It doesn't matter. They just absolutely threw it out of the park, and kind of came out of that event just really inspired by it. Went to bed on the 2nd of Jan and had this crazy vivid dream about this exact site. Bringing all our friends on it, and we got friends that play in bands and stuff, and basically having them kind of just dancing around, absolutely loving themselves, and we'd set up this festival. The main stage was down where it is now. We had, the only difference is that we had long drops. I don't think Kay would accept putting in long drops, but I sort of woke up from it and just immediately texted Scott and was like, Scott, we gotta do this,
Nice.
we gotta crack into this. And he was like, yes. And it's like, yeah. Hey, Mum, we're gonna have a few people over, Yeah. And Kay wildly said yes.
What a legend.
Yeah.
What a legend.
Yeah.
Seriously. I think my mum would be like, fuck no.
Yeah.
99% of mums would say fuck no.
100%. So it's super cool. And it's crazy that it all comes from dreams, because I feel like all good things come from a big dream that you guys all had, and you all did it together. So what kind of was that moment that you were like, okay, we should do it, and we're actually going to do it and bring it into something? What was all your kind of moments that brought yourself
100%,
to that?
and I'll give it to Rob for this, but essentially, a dream's just a dream. And it's crazy that it's happened, but it would not have happened without kind of the luck that I had, first, of being able to reach out to Scott, and then secondly, being able to get Rob and Finn on as well, and bring in their skill sets. But yeah, Rob has probably got a bit to yarn about that.
Yeah, it's so true. So many things about it just feel right and feel like it's fell into place so right. But there's so many little bits and pieces that kind of could have not happened, and it might have not happened in so many different ways. But Bradley Wiggins, shout out Bradley Wiggins, he connected myself with Scott and Mike, who were planning a bush stuff up here, and I'd been throwing a few house parties with the Orchard boys. Shout out the Orchard, some absolutely mental best house parties of all time. Some have said, a few people other than me have said that.
That's what my friends tell me.
Yeah. My mum generally as well. But Finn and I, Finn had this brain baby one day at the Orchard where he was like, yo, come outside. And we stood outside and looked at the edge of the house, and there's a big backyard with some fruit trees, hence the Orchard name. And he's looking up at it and he's like, dude, what if we put my mobile scaffold up against the house and made a stage out of it and threw a festival? Literally. And we were like, yeah, let's do it. So
best idea ever.
Made the page, started hyping it up, just started chatting all sorts of rubbish about how there was going to be a portaloo and wristbands and food. We had all sorts of stuff, and we managed to fund the entire thing $1,000 worth through donations. We were $40 short of the total expenses, but people just got so up for it. They're like, "Hell yeah! Like you guys are throwing a festival. Here's $10. Here's $20." Some people were super generous.
Best $40 we've ever spent.
Yeah, seriously,
100%. And that was a moment. We had 250 people show up in full floral outfit and just have this insane day. And that was definitely a moment of being like, "Oh my god, we can do some amazing things just by putting it out there and like just building some excitement just by throwing out cool ideas of what could happen." So we linked up, we ran the Matakana Meltdown, a little 70-person overnight thing in March last year, which went so well I met Scott on the day of
Didn't
that.
go that well. we had the sound cut out maybe like 10 times.
Oh no.
We had no idea what we were doing. It's probably due to an underpowered generator. And the key on the generator broke. We almost couldn't run it in the first place. We went to turn it on, it snapped off.
Oh my gosh!
And then we had
series of unfortunate events, but then it worked out, right?
Yeah, it did. It did. I think it was great, and it was a proof of concept. At the end of the day, it was 70, 80 people around this tiny little stage. It was like $2,000, $3,000 to set the entire thing up, and people loved it. And it showed that it's not necessarily the infrastructure, but it's the vibe and it's the community that you're procuring and the people you're getting up here. And it was perfect. And that was enough to kickstart us into organizing a 3-day event, which we've told this story so many times, but it's so funny.
Tell it again.
So Rob was on a mission. He was a man on a mission. And he called us round to his place a few weeks after we'd run Matakana Meltdown. And he's equipped with a blazer and a pointing stick and a PowerPoint presentation. He goes, "Right, boys, sit down." "Okay, yes, sir. Yep." And
It's on your guys' face. Everyone was just like, what is going on? Okay, sit down.
Who's this guy?
He sits us down and he goes, "Right, 3-day New Year's festival. Let's do it this year." And Mike and I immediately were like, "Right, yeah, sure, yeah, whatever." And no, he was completely serious. And it took him all of an hour to convince us. And then we set our sights on it and absolutely grinded.
Ground. We ground.
And yeah, from what was that? Just March, late March?
Yeah, April even.
Yeah. And then put together last year's event, which was rendition 1 of Matakanarama.
Yeah, it was basically we just started and we're like, okay, we're running a festival. I was like, oh my god, the boys said yes, let's go. So we're like,
we didn't really say yes, we were kind of forced into it.
But we were just like, okay, festival, we need a name. What's the name going to be? We came up with a name. We need artwork. What are we going to do? Oh, Josie Selkirk. Shout out Josie Selkirk. She's an amazing artist. She did a mural last year. She does some amazing stuff. She's done all of our art. Happened to be one of our really close friends through one of my very close uni friends. And she had done some work at 121 Festival in the past, so she'd done festival art and she was super keen to get into it. So she just jumped right on it and just nailed it.
It's so sick. And can I loop back into that? Where did Matakanarama come from, the name? How did that come about?
It's a bit misleading, eh? It's a bit misleading. But I mean, how did we even get there?
I know.
Yeah, I think you'll be better than that.
Yeah. So basically we were like, I remember we had a spreadsheet. We had like, okay, location sort of names, and then we had like action, fun sounding sort of like made up word kind of words. And then we just had like a bunch, we were tossing them around and some of them were terrible. And then I was like, yo, Shanarama. Shanarama. We should do Shanarama. And as you can tell by his reaction, they're like, bro.
That's so
like Shana.
This is the Shana is something that we've all been wanting to die for like over a year now. But Rob is just like hanging on by a thread. He just somehow just keeps it alive. But that was a Bradley Wiggins thing.
Yeah, shout out Bradley.
Yeah. But God, if this went forward being called Shanakanarama, that would have been god awful.
Yeah, so that didn't last, but
Clearly.
as you can tell by our t-shirts, but the idea was just basically like banana rama, like rama, like fun. And then we're like, oh, Matakana Rama. And as you can also see, we're in Lee, not Matakana.
Yeah.
But Leah Rama doesn't sound as good, so
no,
we stuck with Matakana Rama.
I think a big part of it is like it's silly.
Yeah.
Because like that's part of what we're trying to like influence at our festival is like a bit of silliness. You know?
Yeah.
Like it's very serious what we're putting on and doing. But when we bring people here and when they come here, we want them to be themselves.
Yes, I love
And
that.
That's encouraged. A bit of a silly vibe.
Yes.
Rob loves shana. And
What's
recently-
shana?
It's just a word.
Oh,
it's just
shana's a word?
like chur.
It's a word, yeah.
And Rob recently had this realization. He's like, bro, shana is so alive. Like whenever I'm talking to someone, they'll say it. And it's like, yeah, Rob, because you like force them to say it. Like,
Yeah.
you can't get off the
pressured
phone. He's like, all right, see ya, shana. And you're like, okay, bye, shana.
I think I'm going to start
Okay,
saying it.
No.
New word. Oh.
Yeah. No, literally, it just brewed off a random moment. Funnily enough, at Crate Day, like 2 years ago, Liam just like said it, and then Bradley ran with it, and then it just became this
And
thing.
then you ran with it.
Yeah, and then I spread it to Adelaide and the UK. Shana's global. It's
Yeah, Shauna's happening, man. As you guys talk about as well, Matakanarama, and it's about being yourself and bringing people here, I completely feel that you guys have a lot of warmth, and it's feels like a really good friendship and a place to go. Because whereas like no hate on other festivals, but sometimes there's so many people and it's so overwhelming and like it can be a lot. Whereas this feels like very homey and very comfortable. And you also have involved like multicultural as well. I can see on your website and through your Instagram and socials and everything. So I love how you involved that. And how did you decide to kind of keep multicultural a part of it as well?
Good question. So yeah, kaitiakitanga, guardianship of the land, and this is big for Kay in particular. Guardian and protection of the environment, basically. But I think something that makes successfuls just super successful, if they are going to be, is how tied in they are with community. And we saw this with Strawberry actually when we went over. They part of the town, really really good culture for it over there. And when we've been planning this festival, we've had meetings with the Lee community, for example. I know, Finn, you've been getting involved as well. You want to talk a bit?
Yeah, well, actually, this Monday I'm meeting with Ngāti Manuhiri. Thanks, man. And so we're going to be working and meeting with them about potentially doing a whakatau to like as a welcoming ceremony with pōwhiris, and
That's
a
so
cool ceremony, because that's so important to us.
It's so important.
We really need to make sure that we not only respect Kay's land and Kay's property, but just the land itself.
Yeah.
You can feel it, like when you come onto this property, like it
100%.
feels special. Like every time I come up and I just like stand on this balcony and look out, it's just like you feel so grounded.
Seriously.
And so being able to foster a sense of community off that is our biggest goal. We want everyone to feel like they're a part of this, where it's what did we say before? It's a festival by the people for the people,
I love that. That's really cool. No, it's really cool. It's good to keep your roots and keep them, you tie them in so many different ways. And even like, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but even the games that you're saying as well that you're potentially going to do, can we talk about that?
Yeah, full tease.
Can we have a little tease?
People who watch your podcast.
Yeah, literally. I think we need a little tease, but that's another great way of bringing people together.
Yeah, we've pretty much enlisted. We've pretty much enlisted all the most golden retriever type people who just love to play, and they're going to be taking charge of our games and play arena. And I'll pass it to Rob, because he will have a lot more to say on that.
Glasses are coming off for this one.
This is serious.
All right. So we've been talking to people about this for a while, and this is kind of the thing that when we tell someone about it, it totally changes their perspective of the festival, and they're like, oh, I get it. So picture this. You walk on through, you park your car, you come across the road, you scan your ticket, and you get given a wristband with one of 3 colours, which we will not tease. We'll leave some bit secret.
Yeah.
But you walk on through, you're like, okay, the whole friend group's got different colours. It'll be completely randomised, or maybe it'll be chosen based on your aura at the gate, something like that. But either way, you walk on through, you come right through here, the gate from the campground to the main festival arena, and right smack bang in the middle is going to be the play arena.
Oh
and
my
so,
gosh, I love it.
As Finn mentioned, 4 golden retriever types, 4 games masters with a megaphone. They'll be on rotation.
We should get some golden retrievers as well.
Yeah, we should. That'd be a cheat code for selling tickets for sure.
Yeah, 100%.
But yeah, so you walk on through, there's a games arena, there's a grandstand nearby, and basically they'll be calling out, I need 10 people from I need 10 people from tug of war.
Yeah.
Game of tug of war. Hold my beer. You go up with
Yeah.
9 random people, arm in arm, hussing it.
Crazy.
Win or lose, it's like a yo, dap up. Yo,
Yeah.
oh, good. Oh, where
Yeah.
are you from, bro? Who are you here with? What's
Yeah.
up? And then all of a sudden you've got 2 friend groups connecting like that. And then
So cool.
later on in the festival, later that night in the dance floor, it's like, oh, it's the bro from Tug of War. Like, oh, these are all my
so
mates. And you're dancing.
true.
And the idea is that the crowd energy will like lift up exponentially from that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'll take 2. First of all, I think it's funny how you just said that you will just like keep the colours a secret and then you just go and say.
They don't know the third one.
But now with the things with the games arena is we've found that with social interactions in a new place, when you're seeing so many people, there's kind of some barriers to entry to like start a conversation. But when you have something like that is interactive and you get people like playing and like you just pretty much shorten that loop. You kind of give it like a head start into interacting with strangers.
Yes.
And that is how we've noticed at places like Strawberry with like Michael and I did ice baths there. And it was just like you see the people that you saw there and then or you see them in the dance floor and you're just like, oh my God, like isn't this the best feeling? Like how good are you feeling right now? Or just like
So true.
it just gives more reasons to interact, especially here in NZ, because you can kind of get pretty comfortable in like a friend group and not
100%.
like branch out. And so that's our goal, is to that everyone here hopefully has 1 or 2 interaction with as many people as they can.
Yes, and someone that they probably never would anyway.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
that's the great part about it. And in terms of community, you four, just from meeting you guys today, are such a community. How do you like delegate everything that you have? So you have construction, music, you have legal. You guys have it all. So how do you guys organize who does what? Does it?
You go through.
Yeah, go through. Give it to us.
Well, yeah, I'm construction and everything kind of hands on, and with my drive it or with the purpose of community. That's like the things that are most important to me. Yeah, I mean, we did get very lucky with like how our skill sets just fit into place, but I'll pass it down.
Yeah, so I do operations and the finance side of stuff, which is a lot of spreadsheet stuff, which a lot of people don't enjoy. I did enjoy it. I'm starting to break away from it now.
We're almost there, mate.
Funnily enough, just a little piece on how we manage that. We had one session, we've done a couple of lock-ins up here where we basically just came up and Kay makes us dinner and then we make her dinner another night. We do like 3 or 4 nights here, just doing sections by section of like focusing on topics and stuff. And one of them at a certain point we're like, all right, we need to figure out like how can we specialize what we're doing. And we used a little bit of advice that came from Corbin Tupou of Two Minds Festival. Shout out Two Minds Festival and Dan. And he said on a call that we had with him, he said those two figured out which ones they'll do by deciding, okay, which things are keeping us up at night. And Corbin was losing more stress over sort of the marketing and the ticket sales, and Dan was losing more stress over the operations and stuff. So that's how they figured it out. And we used that a little bit. We used that as a little bit of a heuristic to figure out like, okay, that makes sense for me to do. But I took charge of the music curation and booking and sort of the networking stuff. I go out a lot. I have an endless social battery. So decided to weaponize that for the company and just use that, which is actually just insane. Like, I must say that being productive for my career is to go out and like, you know,
dream job
and and party and meet people and stuff. It's like all I want to do all the time anyway. So
it's a pretty easy job at this point. It's just fucking partying.
Stick to the spreadsheet.
So I got the best one basically. No. But yeah, and then just like little bits and pieces with procuring sort of stuff and the art design liaison and that kind of stuff.
Amazing.
I run the legal accounts and communications officially, which is a lot of paperwork and more contracts than I've ever looked at in my entire life. But it's really fun and it's developing a really cool skill set. And our roles definitely intertwine quite a lot.
Yes.
And I suppose, like Rob was saying, this was maybe one of the bigger challenges for us, is we had this mountain of tasks at the start of the year. How do we delegate? How do we figure out who does what? And that meeting that Rob actually ran about ownership, what he was talking about, where we wrote everything down and said, okay, I'm taking charge of this. You are taking charge of this. You are taking charge of this. That was a really huge step for us in streamlining our processes a little bit. So that was a big step and a big challenge. It was cool.
That's really cool. And how do you find, say, if there is challenges that come up, like, have you guys found you really good at, it seems as though you're really good at communicating, and say if there's something you guys aren't vibing with, you're like, oh, I actually don't like this, or I don't want this. How do you guys kind of diffuse that and make sure everyone feels kind of heard?
Yeah, well, being friends, it's like there's definitely been like lots of challenging moments because we are like one of the get yourself comfy. One of the, you know, there's obviously the benefits of having our own skill sets and coming from different backgrounds, but then the dark side of that is that we see things quite differently at some points, and so we have like different ways of potentially like wanting things to go. So we, just through trial and error with like things that have been coming up as they come up, Mike ran this really good personality breakdown with his robot brain and put us all on the spectrum. Probably wrong word to use there. Sorry. I mean, yeah, sorry.
We get what you mean.
Just getting absolutely destroyed at the moment. Robot brain.
That's a compliment. Robot brain's a compliment. Anyway, and so we like broke down with how we like when conflict arises and which ways we go, and we jotted ourselves all on this spectrum, and it just was really interesting, like seeing as things come up, like which direction we naturally go as, and then being able to have that information in our foreground. It's like, so for example, when like Rob is getting really dramatic and flaring his arms like this, we know that he just, you know, needs to stick now. yeah and the same, and you know, Rob and I are like the bestest friends you could be, and there's been times when like we've just butted heads, you know, but it's so important to be able to butt heads and not take it personally, and then just be able to like move on to the best solution for what we're trying to achieve. Like the bigger picture is Matakanarama. It's big, it's way bigger than us four, and that's the dream that we're trying to pursue.
That's awesome.
Sure.
No.
What Finn said, but like I think people, especially on social media, and as is the case for anything, you see all the really fun parts and you see all the really good parts, but it's not all fairies and sunshine, you know, like there have been disagreements and conflicts, for lack of a better word, that have lasted like weeks before they're resolved. And that's tense. That's super tense. But I think as a team, even just throughout the year, our conflict resolution and our communication has exponentially bettered. And yeah, we're much, much stronger for it, which I think is great.
That is great. That's super cool.
Yeah, just one of the trickier parts I've personally found, potentially especially from the boys, is having this vision, this dream of what this festival is, and it's all our baby, and it's all like, you know, this is what, you know, we literally dream about. Like I literally go to bed every night thinking about it and wake up every morning thinking about it, and that's true back to like June last year, and that much sort of like personal passion that goes into it. Has to be confronted because everyone has a slightly different variation of that, and sometimes it's on really cool things, and sometimes it totally doesn't align. So that's been probably one of the hardest things. Has been like having to like learn and develop that skill of like being open to that morphing. You know,
there have been so many times this year with these guys. You know, I always refer to it as like me and Scott having to be like the parents of children,
mum and dad.
At the start of the year, we came into planning 1,500 people, and Rob and Finn, and we knew it was going to be open crowd and stuff, like anyone can come. Rob and Finn are like, you know what? I reckon we just get our family on security and we just need like 20, you know? Well, work the entire time with 20.
And so you're doing that?
No.
Yeah. I was going to say.
And we wouldn't have got through any license.
No.
Nothing.
If it was my dad on security, everyone in the whole country of New Zealand would be allowed in. I don't think my family would be able to be on security. So that makes a lot of sense. One thing I think of as well as you guys all probably have your similarities and differences is like music as well. It's what a big part of this whole festival, and amazing how you saw the Black Seeds and now the Black Seeds are coming. How does this all happen? How do you just call Alex Perez up? Because I need his number.
Well, this was funny. Scott and I, like very early on, we were sitting at a cafe and we were just like yarning about like, oh, like, you know, imagine just being able to get like these guys, and then we like came to the topic of Alex Perez, and I looked at Scott, I was like, fuck it, should we just like send a cold call email? Or should we just try?
Legend.
And we did. And then they got back to us. They gave us our fee. We were like, we first time seeing a big fee, and we were like, oh my God. And then, yeah, we signed it up and decided as a group and went through. It was crazy because like you think something like that would be really difficult, and until you or like super tricky, or you need to have all these prerequisites. But it was, as we've found out through this whole experience, is just in the act of trying, it become like doing follows so easily.
Yeah,
it's really
it does.
interesting.
It does. And I guess as well with a lot of people, they're already here as well. Like I feel like there's so many amazing artists here throughout the New Year period. So it's like, why would they not want to come to Matakanarama?
Exactly.
It's going to be the best one out of all of them anyway, right?
Yeah.
Right?
That's why you're selling your BTV ticket.
Yeah, I'm selling my BTV ticket, not going. If anyone wants to buy it, let me know. But on that as well, with the music and everything, what, apart from Matakanarama, I want to hear some stories. What were your craziest, funnest festival moments? And no secrets, please.
Yeah. Genuinely, some of the most like, and it sounds dramatic, but like some of the most life-changing moments have happened to me through festivals. So
yeah, same.
Yeah.
And anxiety wrenching.
Oh, you wake up the next day.
The Monday.
But yeah, just some serious formative experiences come out of that because you're just in this area, a confined area where it's like all your worries are at home. You just have your friends, and it's just kind of like reality it's just not the same.
No.
There's just like so many more things you can do. And
yeah,
it's very consequenceless. Is that a word?
To me, it's like, this sounds really embarrassing, but to me, it's like heaven. Like
absolutely.
It is like heaven. It's exactly where I want to be.
Yeah, well, actually, we in Strawberry, I went over there. I don't think it's too personal of a story. I went over there and look. No. Brace your impact. No, my little brother, who's just like my favorite person on this planet. Shout out Louis. He's also DJing Ludovicus.
Oh, legend.
He just like went through a breakup and a real tough time. He moved over to Sydney to like be with this girl, and then I got him a ticket to Strawberry. He came with us, and
oh my gosh, what a
and
good guy.
now since then, like there was like this evolution or like this unlocking of like himself, and he's gone back to work, and he's felt like a completely different person. Like it's just that experience there. I remember we were at the end of the night. It's like, Finn, come skip with me, and I'm like, sure. And as he's skipping past, like he's just going past these groups of people, just being like, you know what, you're beautiful, and just like and just laying it on.
I think I've definitely done that before.
But yeah, it's just the stereotypical thing that happened. What are you
just laughing at this tangent, bro? Favorite moments of the festival.
Well, no, I was saying some seriously formative.
A good reason, man.
Yeah,
good reason,
exactly. But yeah, so anyone else has got any crazy festival story? Oh, robbing a tree.
Oh my God, I've got so many. But yeah, I'll pick one. But just off the back of what Finn's saying, and I've realized more and more that this is what we're doing. What it feels like we're doing is just drawing from all the experiences that we've had in similar environments and just channeling the knowledge of what that can do for people and how much good there is from that and putting that into our version of it. So you say like an anxiety wrenching time, which is such a common experience at a festival, but because we have full power to create this thing, because we have this beautiful site available to us, we want to make an anxiety-free festival experience. And we know that that's possible because everything's basically in view and everything you need is nearby, and all the people here are coming in with the right mindset and attitude. So how can we like custom make an experience that doesn't have that?
I love that.
Yeah, I have, like Finn says, like life-changing. Every single festival I've been to has been like a life-changing thing to some way or another, and more recently the ones I've been to overseas have just completely changed
my next level overseas.
Oh yeah, next level. And like just I solo raved in Amsterdam for a 10-day techno festival.
Sick.
So
10 days?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's kind of at the edge of the experience. So I've gone right down
that's
the
ultimate.
Yeah. But the people I met there, like especially meeting new people and being able to be a new person in a new environment is so amazing. Finn talks about skipping along and saying, you're beautiful. If you did that in a normal environment along the street, it would probably get weird looks.
I'd be kind of scared.
But a festival, exactly. Yeah. But a festival is a safe environment to express that kind of love for other
100%.
people. And it's just so, so important. I'll pick one relevant to the festival. We emailed Disaffected, in June or something, maybe even earlier than that, just saying, hey, you guys are amazing. They're a producer duo from Bristol. They make insane breaks, just crazy music. Look them up. It's crazy. They're doing something
the glasses are off,
yeah,
bro.
glasses are off again. But we went to Lost Village in August. Finn and I went back. Shout out Smooth FM. We've got a whole community of people across the world that congregate at this festival now after the second year, and it's tattooed on me because of how much it's a part of my life forever.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, so we went over and George from Disaffected, who had been on a video call before, was volunteering there, and he came and found our little doof stick, our little umbrella, and I was wearing my Matakanarama merch, and he spotted me, and he's like, hey mate, like, I'm George, one half of Disaffected, and I was like, whoa.
Whoa.
Like, he's actually here. And then we proceeded to rave together for 2 days, exchange tears, tell each other we love each other. Finn had some, like, basically the exact same experience with George. He was close to so many of my close friends over there. And now we just have this bond, which is like runs so deep. And yeah, that's a cool thing with all of our artists, is like a face-to-face connection that goes beyond the...
just them coming, playing, and then going. It's like there's more to that. Yeah, definitely.
Well, yeah, I just wanted to, just another cool part of that Disaffected thing was the first ever song that I downloaded on SoundCloud when I started DJing was a Disaffected song.
Oh my
gosh. That was like the first one on my playlist. And then it was also when when we did the OC takeover at Matakanarama was like one of the songs that I played, and it was just like this crazy full circle moment to like somehow meet these guys. And like, that memory of playing that song was already so like strongly
such a good memory,
core experience for me. And then to be able to meet them, and now they're flying all the way over from Bristol to come play at our festival. It's
insane.
It's just crazy how we've just been somehow finding the most amazing people, and just it's so lucky and just such a beautiful experience.
Well, it's props to you guys though, and how you guys are, and like your character as well. So like obviously it's amazing, but it's all the work you guys have done too. 100%.
Yeah. Do you have a festival story?
Oh, look. I think if I was to like pick a particular thing, it'd be in the build up to this one, right?
Yeah.
Like there's lots of moments from the last one that like are really big, but kind of just going off like the conflict point and all of that. We made this post yesterday, and one of the things that really stuck out on that post was the highs, like the lows are really low, and the highs are like super high, and make the whole thing worth it. Because that whole thing is a ride, and it's been so cool to basically set up this thing where so many people can get involved, and also want to get involved. You know, like I mean, right here we got Ruby and Altair who do the marketing for us.
Shout out,
absolute legends, and Cole is away, but also an absolute legend.
Love.
Chris, my uncle, is doing sculptures for us. So he's setting up some like big 5-meter sculptures, which will go in. But yeah, and then the craziest one of them all is Kay saying yes to a festival.
That is the craziest one.
Yeah, Kay, jump on it.
Come on, Kay.
You bring it in, Kay. Come on.
Come on, Kay.
She's our fruit mom.
Yeah, we love it. We love it. How are you, Kay?
I'm great. I just love sitting in and listening to these guys. It makes me very proud.
Oh, no. Oh.
It does. So articulate and gorgeous young humans.
100%.
I can't.
They are. They're amazing.
But I must say, like when they did Matakanarama Meltdown and they went, oh, Mum, Scott goes, we're thinking we'll do a New Year's festival, and I go, yep, that's good, you did a great job, I'm really happy with that. And then he goes, oh look, here's the poster, and I go, but it's 3 days. Oh, did we forget to tell you?
New Year's?
We forgot. Oh, did we not mention that? I'm sure we mentioned
I'm sure we said that. Oh, I love that. I love that. And what are you most excited for? So you're gonna be there the whole time, right?
Absolutely going to be sitting up here with my wooden spoon and my binoculars. And,
yes.
And I do a little walk around. And last year it was so beautiful, the vibe and the whole feeling. Everyone was really welcoming and just very cool people. And walking around, everyone's very open and friendly. And
I love that.
It was such a pleasure.
Yeah.
To see everything unfold. So I just think what these guys are doing, what they're learning is fantastic. And
It's
I don't
amazing.
want to be, they're going to get a lot of headwind, from Dear Council and
We love them.
Love Council, and with the challenges with the liquor licensing, and there's been a lot, and I just want to open as many doors for their innovation.
Lovely. Yeah, well, you've opened the best door ever. You've got this beautiful, your front door.
The front door.
Beautiful. It's so amazing. So it's so exciting. Yeah, I'm like getting a lot of FOMO right now. I think I actually genuinely am going to have to stop not going to BTV. But it's so great. And it's so great that like you are also a part of this community and your amazing home, and you've welcomed so many people in, and you're welcoming, not to scare you, but 1,000 or so more people in. So how exciting is that?
It's really exciting, and I think these guys, they set the tone, and they're setting a beautiful tone.
Yes,
and people feel it when they I think Finn, you said when you come onto the land, you feel it.
100%.
And they're like when they're camping, and it's the greens and the blues. It's very restful, and the kerero sweeping around,
gorgeous.
the lights, the music, and everyone just has a really lovely time, and that's my dream for this year.
Yeah.
Just on that, about like people coming into the land and feeling it and respecting it, we don't know what inspired this, but every morning we'd wake up, we'd come outside, and you know how festivals are kind of like a bit, the cans kind of get dropped and a little bit messy. There was this mysterious group of people that at the end of the festival, they were just like some of our attendees, at the end of the festival, they would go around and they would pick up all the rubbish. And so us festival boys, we woke up in the morning, we're like prepared to like go pick it up and like sort it out and make it all like nice. And we wake up, we look out, we're like, what has happened? Like,
oh my gosh,
who did this?
Isn't that the best?
And it was just like, they haven't even come and taken credit for it. Like, we still don't know who these guys are, but they just did it because they just want.
Well, if they're listening,
they need listening. Shout out mysterious rubbish
mysterious
crew.
cleaners.
Yeah. Shout out Ben Watkin.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, and the other two fellas, Dylan and I'm sorry, I can't remember the other dude's name. He dressed up at one of our orchard parties in a great Jamiroquai costume. That's all I know about him.
Legends.
I didn't know we knew them. Yeah, no, that's crazy.
Yeah, and I also know why they picked them up. But we'll move on topic to the next question.
Okay. So we're going to ask Scott how he asked the question. Can we do it here? So do you want to take it away?
Well, I'm afraid it's a really boring answer, which is that I asked the question, can we do it? And Mum said, yep.
What a legend.
It was, I wish I had a more exciting answer, but it was, there has not been an ounce of resistance along the way, which is not to say that Mum hasn't had her concerns, and she's voiced them and we've appeased, I hope, all of them. But I guess it's just a really, really cool two-way street of trust. I would say. Yeah.
And also Matakanarama Meltdown, that was the test ground, and I saw how responsible they were, and they cleaned up and just did everything really well, and I thought, I can trust these guys. So it's been a build-up of trust, and there's been such open communication. And
so important.
A couple of weeks ago, the boys all came up and said, right, Kay, what are your requirements? And I thought, thank you for asking. That's really nice. So I made my list of requirements, and they're doing every single one of them, and so it is just, they're just very responsible.
Yes.
It's lovely.
It's awesome, and it's a great way to be, because as well, if you don't, you don't want to piss anyone off, and they're so lucky to have you to even said yes. So if you can't push it. You know, so
I just want, my main thing is that everybody stays healthy and safe and has a good time. And I mean, it's everybody's, and that's why I'm just going to be Mama Kay here. If anyone needs to come and have a cup of tea and sit on the couch and
I love
little
that.
Download.
Yes,
so I'm going to be here.
Yes.
Only if you've got the right acrid.
And the wristband.
Yes, yeah. Otherwise, get out. I love that. It's so exciting. And so, how also did you guys ask 300 to 1,500? How did that come about? Because that's late.
So it was actually 1,200.
Oh, 200.
And I said to the guys, I was like, let's just ask council for 1,500. And then somewhere it kind of just turned into 1,500.
Yeah. As it would, right?
And now we're potentially looking at going back.
Asking for more.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. We'll see. Because we've... Oh, yeah, it's okay.
Okay, he's like, excuse me?
Okay, we told you about that.
We definitely told you about this.
Remember when we took you out to dinner
I'm
and
losing my memory.
How convenient. No, but like the way that we've set it up, and just but basically 1,500, there's like a new tier that council applies to the way that you have to kind of manage an area. So once you reach 1,500,
people with the council room.
no, yes, sorry, true. But we've basically like we've what we have on site, you know, like we've got 1,500 people. Everyone drinks around about 3 liters of water a day, so call that 4,500.
And how much alcohol a day?
Yeah, true. How much? More when there's alcohol. But the site, with all our tanks set up and stuff, 95,000 liters of water, excluding K's additional $25,000 $75,000 liters. So we're well set up.
Nice.
We're really well set up with the space as well. So yeah, we'll see what they say.
Exciting.
Yeah, but also just to quickly touch on the council thing, like I know we had a laugh before, but like the council have been like incredibly supportive. Like we unfortunately had a run in when our BYO license got denied, and that was really unfortunate, and just a learning curve on our end. But they've been so supportive with everything else that we've been talking about, and they've made it possible for us, and we've been, they've set the rules and we've matched them, and it has been a beautiful interaction we've had with them. Like we're very grateful to be working with the people that we're working with. So it's very blessed.
Yeah.
We're lucky there.
Can I ask, you guys can say no, what was there a reason for why you couldn't do BYO anymore?
Yes, pretty much it's
We need legal on this.
Yeah, so last year we ran BYO without any issues. And like Mike was saying, when you go from 350 people to 1,500 people, council sees it as 350 is a small gathering.
Yeah.
1,500 people is a large scale event.
Right.
And essentially, at the end of the day, it was because no one else in the Auckland region gets it, and they see it as too much of a risk.
Yes.
So despite last year having gone really smoothly, and we maintain that BYO would ultimately make for a safer event because you completely eliminate pre-drinking. People aren't trying to smash a box before they come into an event like they do at every other event. You get to pace yourself slowly. I think it makes sense.
It does make sense.
I think we'll get there. Ultimately, I just don't think it's time yet.
Yeah.
But there's definitely some shaking up of the system to be done.
Yeah.
But yeah, at the end of the day, and it's completely fair enough, council just wants to be safe and run things the way that they have provably seen it can run in the past. So it's like Finn said, absolutely no bad blood, and we love the people we're working with at council. They are responsive. They want us to succeed. They want to see the event do well. But that was just a concession too far for them.
Yeah, that makes sense. You've got to have your boundaries as well. And, next year you could try push them. So you can see how you go. Okay, no BYO, that's fine. But what drinks are you guys going to have this year? I hear there's a really cheeky one on the cards.
Yes. So we've just announced our custom RTD that our friend Alex Van Ziel made, which is crazy, the fact that we just have a friend
insane
make alcohol. And it's also
you guys have a friend of and everything.
Yeah. It's and last year's one was lemon, lime and bitters. It just went off with such a hit. And
cheeky
this year
Kia
is cherry and apple. So
nice.
And so
should we crack into them?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Yeah.
Oh, that was lovely.
Is this for you, Coco?
Yep.
Thank you. Cheeky.
Ice cold.
Okay, live reaction.
I haven't actually tried them yet.
That's good. That's really good.
That was the
watch out, Rufus.
Yeah.
That is really good.
There you go, mate. But yeah, so they're just we've priced them at $8, and
$8.
Yeah.
So you're doing the cocktail? Is that we can talk about cocktails?
yes, so we're working with Norma Taps.
Nice.
And so they're supplying us with kegged cocktails, so it's all pre-made. And
Oh,
you have
nice.
like for example, this espresso martini comes out of a nitro tap, and so it
Oh
still
my
has
gosh.
that keeps that smooth, rich
Nice.
texture and flavor. So those will be served down at our previous beer garden, now cocktail pavilion, I believe is what we're leading with as a name right now.
Yes.
Yeah, and then we've got a couple other drinks lined up, but those aren't confirmed yet.
Oh, exciting.
I'll say the cheeky Kia, cheeky shag thing has been such a trip for me. I met Alex Van Ziel, who has manufactured these back in uni first year, and 5 years ago now, he basically had this idea to do RTDs with Birds of New Zealand.
Love that.
Being a uni student, he couldn't get the funding at the time. And then when we sort of brought on this event last year, it was a good opportunity for him to kind of bring that drink to life and generate a market. And that's exactly what happened. So Cheeky Kia first. This here was our lemon, lime and bitters done
Love that.
last year.
Good flavour.
Cheeky shag now.
Yeah, there'll be a couple more cheeky shags going on, I'm sure.
Festival of love.
Yeah. It's a good community happening, you know?
Oh, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, Matakanarama, baby. It
Yeah.
sounds good.
If you are conceived at Matakanarama, you'll get tickets for life.
Oh!
And same with all relationships founded at Matakanarama, you guys get tickets for life.
Yeah.
We
Okay,
can't say
awesome. Shut that down.
People are just going to be like, yeah, we're still dating.
Oh, I love that.
This, by the way, is a great example of our marketing. It's always like ideas thrown and then
Yeah. Cheeky shag.
But yeah, it's again, it plays into the silliness that we're all about. And as you can see us on the couch, we are just we're silly by default. And we've got a couple pieces of merch coming through as well. I might have
Nice.
another idea with the old, I had a cheeky shag at Matakanarama.
I love that. I love that.
We've got two pieces of merch. We've got one that says downstairs for dancing.
Nice.
And one that says make love at Matakanarama. So we've kind of gone down that route
You've
already.
almost got it. You've almost got the cheeky
Yeah, we're
shag.
kind of like maybe laying it on a bit thick.
Yeah. What is it? What is happening at Matakanarama?
Not much
Do
else.
you guys have condoms?
A lot of hanky
You guys need a
panky.
sponsor.
But real quick, shout out to Bush League, Finn de
Bush.
Hamel. Bush League. Yes. Bush League, Finn de Hamel, he's creating the merch for us. He's awesome, and he makes shirts like I Heart Bush. So
Nice.
we're aligned on that stuff, you know.
Oh, nice. Time to stop getting laser.
And also in one of our chill out zones where it's going to be really nicely themed. Thanks, Kay.
Thanks, Kay.
Yeah, really nicely a nice vibe where people can go and chill. We've also got a bed set up in there.
Oh my gosh.
Not for that.
You-
Not for that.
I am
More so to relax, for people to just go there and chill out for a bit.
Yeah, no, that's nice because sometimes you do need to lie down.
Exactly.
Yeah, you do need to lie down, so it's good. But you guys are, there's a lot that's going to be happening. I think we need a condom sponsor immediately.
Shout out Dulek.
Obviously, I know what you guys are all excited for, but do you guys all want to go around and just tell me what is one of the things you're super excited for the festival, whether it be an act or a day that you're keen for, or can I talk about a beach party?
Yeah. So we're working with Scenic Sounds.
Scenic Sessions.
Scenic Sessions, my bad. Scenic Sounds is the other one. My bad. And so, one of the during the day events we're going to have is a pop-up beach party.
Nice.
Very fun. Yeah. And what is something else that we're looking forward to? Obviously the whole thing.
I'm going to give this straight to Scott because he's got the best answer for it.
Oh, do I?
You're like, whoa.
The one I'm thinking of.
Oh, maybe. Well, there's two. Well, for me personally, one of them is an act from the UK, Mystic State, who we booked several months ago, but their agent hit us up out of nowhere
sick.
and said, hey, Mystic State is going to be touring New Zealand. We'd be thrilled if their first show was Matakanarama.
How cool.
And I love Mystic State, and I have so many of their songs downloaded. And for me, that was just like, we've said it a few times today, but there's a lot of pinch me moments.
Yeah,
a lot of moments where it's like, what? Really?
Yeah.
And that was a huge one. So this act that I really love playing on our jungle stage, which is nestled in amongst the bush.
Yeah, the same. It was the same thing as last year. What I'm looking forward to this year is that I found out there was a couple moments when we were up on stage and we were just looking out at the crowd and just seeing a crowd full of smiles and just like people just having a good time. It was that was the fire for me doing this again. That just like, just organizing an area where so much joy can come out of. That was just the best feeling in the world. Yeah.
That's so cool. Yeah. Again, you guys should be so proud. So cool.
I would pick an artist, but honestly, so many of them. They're going through the process of booking the artists and getting to meet them and getting to sort of visualize their sound on the stage and talk to them about what kind of sounds they were thinking of bringing and describing the space. And I've got such like a bond with each one of them, being like, oh, I'm just like, can't wait to see that moment.
Yeah.
But one really cool feature personally that I'm looking forward to is the foreigners who are traveling over for it.
Yeah.
So we've got Ella flying in next week from the UK, a friend that we met at Lost Village last year, who's coming on over for it. We've got some folk from Adelaide. Shout out Elliot and Izzy. Also met them at a festival in Australia in Pitch this March. And we actually all us crew at Strawberry Fields last weekend bumped into a crew of 8 people from Canberra who are coming over. Who
cool.
I only met one of them because she just wandered into my flat one day through a mutual friend, and she asked about the festival, and I was like, "Yeah, we're running it." She's like, "Oh yeah, all my friends will come. We'll all come over for it."
How good?
Yeah, okay, yeah, from Canberra. Okay, see you later. Like, whatever.
That's sick.
And then. It turns out they bought all their tickets and they were all there at Strawberry, so we got to meet them. And believe it or not, they were at the front barrier at Messi, just killing it on the dance floor, like by far the most hyped people on the dance floor.
That's who you want here.
Yeah, that was so lovely. And we're just like, oh my God, yes. Yeah, so
this is who we need.
Get here.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Mine is going to be the 29th for sure. It's the first day where everything actually comes together. Like, there's just, again, like so much that goes into this,
a lot.
Every single day is like, we're all just kind of like working away at it, chipping away at it. We've all reduced our jobs down to part-time, or now we're just full-time on this.
Yeah.
That first day is going to be the first day where we get to see everything flow as we've kind of pictured it for the last 8 months.
Yeah.
8-9 months. Since we had the site plan kind of put together. And the first day where I think people will come in and realize that this is different to your average festival experience.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think that'll be really interesting. People will be coming in expecting to just be a stage that's the main focus, and instead there's just so much to interact with.
So much more than just music and stuff. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
I'll just say to those esteemed viewers and listeners who are on the fence and who are thinking, 1 day, 2 day, I don't know, do the 3 day, trust, because the 29th is going to be magic. It's that you get it at every festival, I feel. It's that first night magic that it's really hard to put your finger on what it is.
100%.
But there's something about it. And this year, especially with the musical support we have and the community as well, we've got a lot of people from the local Lee community coming around for that first night. I think it's going to be extremely unique and magical. It's going to be really, really, really cool.
Oh my gosh. The FOMO is getting worse and worse the longer I sit here.
Yeah, and just on that as well, this, again, born out of experience, going to festivals overseas that are 4 days or longer or 3 days, you get this whole rhythm of the whole thing, which is really part and key, I think, to getting the full experience. So we've been really, really keen to get people on the idea of coming for the whole 3 days, because it's like it's all different. You know, the first night is like Scott described. The second night has a certain different flavor to it. Everyone's kind of got loose. Everyone feels the space out a bit. The music's heavier on the 30th, so it's kind of like you go hard that night. And then the 31st is, of course, just like the peak of emotion. It's like the most emotional moment of the year.
I love New Year's. It's the best time. So good.
Yeah, something else that we want to tap into with the whole what are we here to do with this festival is through connecting people and through what I've experienced myself and what I've seen so many people have, which is like a full transformation of your personality that you're allowed to access and explore in this real safe environment. And at our festival we've got over New Year's, right? There's something about New Year's itself, which is the most reflective time of year. And it's really is this moment where you can kind of shed a lot of things that you want to shake off about your year or just in general. You can be this new person in this beautiful environment around these beautiful people and just have these experiences that allow you to fully close like doors on worries and things in your head. And come into the new year really reborn. So we recognize the power of that, and we've felt it all ourselves, and we've seen so many of our friends have it, including last year. I had a couple of friends who had really significant breakthroughs happen at the festival, and it was just like that's a tangible long-term like bit of good that's happening, and that's just what gets us up fired up.
100%.
Actually, one more story on that, and this is something that really stuck with me for a long time and like was a reminder that we're on the right path doing the right thing. Was I won't name names, but he's a good friend of mine, and he's a very anxious soul, and just like the sweetest person you ever meet. And he was like umming and ahhing about coming because his friends weren't going and they were doing other things, and they're our first haters.
OG haters.
Yeah,
shout out.
A funny story behind that. But anyway, so he decided to come, and he came up to me on the 30th, the second night we were there, and he said, first of all, he thanked me for like convincing him to come, and then he said, "This is the first time in my life where I haven't experienced any anxiety."
Wow.
I just feel like so happy just being me. And him saying that just it filled my cup up until now. You know, that was just the most beautiful feeling. That it was fantastic.
That's so cool, and I fully get what you guys mean. Like New Year's, it's like it is a time for people to kind of go through how the year was. If people had a really shit year, it's time to let loose and actually just feel the emotions and have a lot of fun, and then go into the next year and set yourself up with how you want to be or what you want to do and what you want to accomplish. So it is such a significant part. Like, yes, this is a festival, but New Year's itself it's a big thing. And for me, I love it. It's the feeling you get on New Year's is like you never have it ever. Only once a year, but every time I'm like, I forget it until it happens, and it's absolutely amazing. But yeah, it is such a great space, and you guys have made it this space that people don't feel anxious or feel overwhelmed, which is really cool.
Yeah, one of our goals is to prove that you can leave a festival feeling better than when you got there.
I need that.
Yeah. It's a tall order, but it's possible. That was like even at Strawberry. I went into Strawberry Fields last week, and I was feeling like quite low and quite sad, and then I came at the end of it, and I felt amazing.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like there's something that happens there.
It seriously does. I wanted to finish on as well. What could you say to people? What would your guys' kind of inspiration, or how you can inspire someone if they're thinking of doing something that might not be a festival, but doing something outside of the box? And maybe some things would be like, oh, I wouldn't do that, or that's brave. You know, I found that through my podcast. People were like, holy fuck, why are you talking about that to all these people? You know, what is something that you could say to someone that would make them go like, hey, actually, maybe I can do it?
This is really interesting timing for this question, because just yesterday we put out a post on our Instagram, which was to the tune of things people don't tell you about starting a New Year's festival. What we didn't say in that post is actually no one tells you anything about how to start a festival. So you do make your own path. But the closing slide of that post was the fact that you can just do it, which sounds so cliche. It's so cliche, hence obviously Nike picked it up, but just give it a go. We had no financial backing. We had no experience in the events industry. We had Michael, who had a crazy dream and sent me a text message and said, yo, let's give this a run. And we did. And now here we are. So I know it's such a cliche message, but it's cliche for a reason. If you have this crazy dream, if it's literally a dream that you had last night, you're like, oh, wow, maybe I should start a clothing business. Maybe I should start making my own jewelry.
Yeah.
Just give it a go. Like, I imagine most of your viewers are sort of our age. You're so young.
Yeah.
You can bottom out and bounce back.
Yeah. 100%.
You will be fine. Just yeah.
Give it a
Shoot
go.
for the stars, I reckon.
Definitely.
Got someone to say?
Yeah, I'd just say like being open, I think, is a big one. Like,
Yeah.
and like everyone knows that, right? Like everyone's like, oh, I need to be open to new perspectives and stuff. But like, I think when people walk through the festival doors, the main thing, you know, we have these pillars that we've talked about: community, being yourself, and like it really is what we want people to feel. And being open to change, being open to different perspectives and stuff as they come in. Because that, you know, I even catch myself, and I'm sure everyone else does, there's times where it's like, I want to do that, but I don't because it may be embarrassing.
Yeah.
It's like, no, like do it. Who cares, you know? And encompassing that, where it's like Scott said, just do it, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
Honestly,
just
do it. Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
It's the way to go.
that's what it's about. And that translates to doing your own thing as well. You know, if you've got a dream and you want to go ahead and do something, then do it. you
Yeah.
know?
100%. I love that.
Yeah, you go, Rob.
Yeah, it's funny. And I've realized this kind of more and more as this whole journey has gone along, but everything kind of just points in one direction for me when it comes down to it. Everything from whether it's what we're doing day by day or whether it's what we're trying to create within our attendees at the festival, which is our ethos, which is be yourself.
Yeah.
Like, just be yourself.
100%.
Whatever you're going to do, be yourself. And what does that really mean? But to me, one thing that sticks out is just have confidence in the result of putting it out there, because if the result is that someone has a slightly negative reaction to it, that doesn't have to be a bad thing. Like, let's not hinge our results on whether something meets an expected thing or not, but just put it out there and know that not everyone's going to mess with it. And just be comfortable with the fact that if you truly believe in what you're pushing and you truly feel it, then there's other people who will feel the same way.
100%.
And there's other people who won't. But putting it out there to someone that doesn't isn't a failure. It's you've actually narrowed the pool of people you need to push your thing to.
Yeah.
So it's actually you've gained something. You've learned, like you've got feedback from that. And my second most core piece of advice would be start business with Mike GPT.
Mike GPT.
Mike is, as his name suggests, that we have crowned
that feels
him.
right.
Sort of a broader point from that, but Mike is just an absolute machine with forward thinking of the logistics and stuff, and like ticking every damn box it needs ticking, which is absolutely essential. Like, we wouldn't be able to run this festival without someone who can be so ahead of the details, so far ahead of when we even know it needs to come to it, and bring it to us to say, like, hey guys, we need to make a decision on this, and brings in everyone on the decision to make it. Scott is such an elite doer. Like, I watched this dude mid-meeting just like, oh yeah, that needs to be done. The yarn continues, but he just sends off the email and like 2 minutes later, yeah, sent, but was part of the conversation the whole time. Like, I can't do that.
Oh
There's
no,
not-
I can't. I cannot.
I can't do that. And Finn is just such a pure presence, and he always has been. And this is why we got married. Yeah, but Finn's like the people, the community, and his pure like passion for the person is what makes our festival so special. Is having someone who's always fighting for, hey, like, this is what matters to the people, and this is what should matter to us. And he just fights that with so much fire. But all this crew just enable me to be myself totally and do what I do well, which is go out and just yap to people, and just go out and just visualize the music and talk about it really overcomplicatedly to people. So it's a really cool scenario where each of us enable each other to do our thing and be ourselves.
Yeah.
So it's kind of crazy how our ethos of like what we want the festival to be like ends up in actually what would be my advice to give to people. So find people as well that enable you to be yourself and push forward on a mission with them.
Yes, amazing.
Yeah, no, very well said, Rob. That was very beautiful. And props to yourself though, because like being like the person who set us onto that of like the ambition that you have and the like to be able to go ahead just with complete backing of yourself and of us as well has just been has made this whole process so much easier. Like actually convincing us that we can do these things, has just been such a blessing as well. Like we've been so lucky to have that. Oh, you want to say something more?
Yeah, you're done.
I'll finish off on my last point, but you go.
That, and also shout out the girls behind the camera.
Yes.
Because
yes.
no.
Yeah, the girls. Yeah, the girls.
Because we're all sitting here in front of the camera taking credits, and none of this happens without marketing, and that's all those girls who are off screen at the moment. But they are, a saving grace. Would be, can I swear?
Yeah, fuck yeah, you
would
can.
be fucked without them. Yeah. Shout out you guys.
Love it.
Yeah, and also just like we don't have enough time to shout out all the amazing people that have helped us, but like it has just been ridiculous how much generosity there's been and how much just like they will just give to a fault. And it's been like we wouldn't be able to do that without any of them. But yeah, on that last question, I guess advice is you will learn so much more through failing than you would from succeeding. And I am someone who has been chronically afraid of failure my entire life. Like it will stop me from trying new things and stop me from putting myself out there. But everything that we've learned from like where we've gone wrong is just like defined and like helped us grow so much more than we would have if we did anything else.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, just be willing to fail and so much good will come out of it.
100%. I love everything you guys said. It just ties together how like the people that you are and the community that you're bringing together. You guys have done such an amazing job, and it is so inspiring. Seriously, like for someone like me who I kind of went out on a limb and I was like, should I talk shit for fun and let everyone hear about it? Yeah, go on, I'll do it. And doing it, as you say, and you guys have met so many people, as have I, the people that like New Zealand hold, and I'm sure it's the same in other countries, but New Zealand has that special part about it that everyone knows everyone. As we had when we walked in today, we all seem to know everyone in some certain way, but people want to lift people up. And I think the hard part of when you're starting it, you think no one's going to want to support you and you're going to be on your own, but you're never on your own, especially when you are people like all you boys are. You guys are so warm and you guys have such a great sense of community and wanting to live life and celebrate it in the best way. So yeah, I just think you guys were absolutely amazing. And just to close off, I just want to say thank you guys so much for coming on. And I think you guys also need to start your own podcast because you guys are brilliant.
It's funny that you say that because this whole time I've been wanting to ask you questions about how you've started because it'd be so interesting. So maybe right now we just run it back, we interview you.
Do it.
You can sit in the hot seat. We'll all squeeze on that
one. Yeah, literally.
Thank you so much. This has been such a cool experience and also another pinch me moment that we're doing a fucking podcast.
Yeah,
it's so
exactly. Coke in the powder room. But so if anyone's listening, buy tickets right now to Matakanarama. And if you're going to BTV, cancel your tickets because I'll be doing that shortly.
Really?
Yeah.
It's on camera.
I am tempted, but I will be here next year, so don't worry. But maybe we'll see how I feel. I'll see how I feel like after a couple of cheeky shags, maybe. But yeah, thank you guys so much for coming on, and go to Matakanarama if you're not a loser. So bye. See ya.